Doris, you're taking my 3 minutes. I'm Craig McMichael. I'm running for United States Congress in the 8th Congressional District. I don't really want to talk to you about politics tonight. I want to talk to you about my campaign. I started this campaign almost 1 year ago today when my opponent voted for a fiscal cliff bill that added $4 trillion to our national debt. When I started it, my first thought was, let's go to all the groups and talk to people and see who will listen. And I got told everywhere I went, Craig, you're crazy. You're crazy because you've never held a political office. You're crazy because you don't know what you're doing. You're crazy because you're not qualified for the job and because you don't have enough money. Now, I like to read the Constitution. I understand it. It's a little over 4,500 words. If you ever want to read it, it doesn't take very long. And none of those requirements were in there. The 3 requirements to run for this office were all met by me. And so I'm running. And so we've been doing this every day since. You put your head down and you keep going. You get your first endorsement from the National Defense PAC. And you keep going to other groups and other meetings, and they tell you, Craig, you don't have a chance. You get emails from private citizens that tell you to drop out, you're going to lose. I know it, you know it, and everybody else knows it. And so what do? You put your head down and you keep going. You keep going forward because our country deserves better than what our current politicians are giving us. When you have an opponent that votes for things like allowing the NSA to spy on you, 6 debt ceiling increases he voted for, and 7 he voted against. Make up your mind, Mr. Brady. Either you're for debt ceiling increases or you're against them. Stop playing partisan politics with our money and the taxpayers of this nation. And so we put our head down and we keep going forward. We keep marching on a mission to take our country back, to restore our freedoms. Because my opponent, believe it or not, has violated the Constitution. He has broke his oath of office, and he needs to know there are consequences for your votes and your actions in Washington, D.C. And so we march forward and we keep going. This brings us to today. Here we are. And you're right, I haven't raised $1 million. I'm not independently wealthy. I don't own a business. But I believe in my heart that I know how to do what's right, that common sense will prevail, and the Constitution is the only weapon we need in this fight against a large and overbearing government. And my opponent is never going to use it to restore our freedoms. And so what do I ask for you? I just ask for your support, your help. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell people at church. Come to our Facebook and look and see what we're talking about. Be active, be involved, and be engaged. Because this is your country. And if we all stand up together, there's nothing that will ever stop us from taking our nation back. Thank you. Have a good night.